100 days of Minecraft. There are thousands of videos on this topic, and yet I'm still to see one person do it in one chunk. Well, I didn't check, but if you don't know what one chunk Minecraft is, it's basically just Minecraft in one chunk. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory, innit? And if it's your first time around here, would you please subscribe? It's too great too long to make, and I'm freaking doing this in the week with exams. Anyways, let's get into the video. Day 1 started out pretty basic. I just punched some trees, crafted some tools, upgraded those tools, and dug out a big hole. Then I made a chest, and went back out punching some trees. When I had punched some trees, I made my first ever sword. I didn't use it for anything though. It then started raining, and I realized that I actually had a sheep in my chunk, which meant I could make a bed, when I find some iron of course. There was also a cow, but she's pretty much useless. I then decided to dig down and hopefully find a cave or something, maybe with some lava so I could go to the nether. After a long time digging, I noticed in the right corner that there was some lava popping somewhere. I then used rebobbing to find where the cave was. Some will say it's cheating, but I say it's dedication. Anyways, I found the cave and was suddenly attacked by a skeleton and a creeper. And as the man I am, I ran away in fear. On day 2 I went back down and a skeleton was freaking hiding around the corner. I didn't pay attention to my scream, so my reaction time was so slow. I blocked the skeleton off, hit it once and died. Imagine if this was hardcore. If you want to see hardcore one chunk, then leave a comment saying, I want to see a one chunk hardcore video. Anyways, I went back down and killed the skeleton. I wasn't sure if I had enough torches to light the cave, but when I got into the cave, 2 skeletons was waiting. I pushed one into the lava and killed the other. I then lit up the blaze and got some iron when this suddenly happened. I flipping died again! This time even stupider. And at this moment I was so annoyed. I lost all the iron the cave consumed. And I was so unsecure if the chunk had more. I spent some time mining for iron and I found a little. I then went back up. Day 3 I melted my iron, realizing that I had no food source. So I crafted a bucket and went down to collect some water. I got my water, and on my way up I was really hoping no mobs had spawned. And in my luck, none had spawned. But I made some shears and sheared the sheep with the leftover iron. It only flipping gave me 1. I couldn't use that for anything. In anger I made my farm. If you're wondering why I'm able to cross the blue thing, I've forgotten what it's called. Then it's cause I was pretty bad at centering myself precisely on the middle block. It's still 16 by 16 though, so I couldn't bother changing it. Border, that's what it's called. When I had finished the farm, I went underground to mine for more iron, and if I'm lucky, diamonds. The thing with diamonds though is that there's on average only 3.5 in every chunk. And what the hell can you use 3 diamonds for in a thumbnail? Nobody would click on the video, so I was really hoping for 8. Day 4 to 10 I was just expanding the farm and began on my house. Yeah, I know 6 days is a lot of time spending on the house, but I had a pretty intense Netflix series going on while doing this. Alright, you got me, I just watched some game theory. God, I love that show. Anyways, enjoy this small montage of me building. Day 10 I thought that the entrance to the cave should be less confusing. So I dug a big hole in the floor, all the way to the cave. I then made a nether portal in hope that there would be some soul sand in the nether. But when I went down to light the portal, some mobs had spawned, and I died to a creeper. Yeah, that was my 3rd death. I went down again, grabbed my stuff, killed the rest of the mobs and went to the nether. There was unfortunately no soul sand, but I still chose to make a water elevator. When I finished the water elevator, I finally made some armor. I had enough for more than just a chestplate and trousers, but I chose not to use it. I then applied the armor and went down to mine for the rest of day 10 and 11. On day 12 I was still mining. I was getting pretty annoyed by the lava, but I didn't know if I needed it later on, so I just moved it. And because of my dumbass, I only moved it like 1 centimeter. So the lava got annoying again after no time. I was thinking that there was no need to move it again, but I eventually did, and went back to mining. My plan was to reach bedrock before day 14, and if I'm really fast, day 13. But that would mean that I had to forget about farming food. After a bit time, some interesting finally occurred. After a bit time, some interesting finally happened. Found my first and last diamonds. I was so excited, especially because I thought I wouldn't find any. Anyways, it turned out to be 8, which isn't actually the most you can get. There's a small chance that you can find 9, but I still was pretty damn happy. I was now in a dilemma. Should I spend the 8 diamonds on a chest plate and get a sick thumbnail? Should I make a pickaxe and an enchantment table? I was really thinking about it for a long time. The rest of day 12 went with me mining and punching trees. On day 13 I was just mining and then this happened. Yeah, some freaking diamonds spawned outside of the chunk. I already knew that only one vein of diamonds could spawn in a chunk, but I still was pretty sad about it. And in all sadness I mined till day 19 where I freaking hit bedrock. On day 20 I started on a great project and yeah, OBS freaking paused the recording for some shitty reason. No, it was me. I just forgot to hit unpause, my bad. Sorry. But yeah, as you can see, I made a room. My plan here was to have a mob grinder so I could get some XP. I was hoping to have 100 levels at the end of day 100. But yeah, enjoy this montage of me building a mob grinder. I finished the mob grinder on day 27, and this time it wasn't because of game theory, but because of the grinder being triggered to build in a 16 by 16 area. The mob grinder was working just fine, I just had to build a roof and then mob roof that. Then I was good to go. Day 28 I was getting tired of being low on food, so I decided to move the farm underground. I did that till day 33. On day 34 the cow had passed away. Can we get some whips in the comments? I decided to make a memory stone or a gravestone, call it what you want. But I then realized that my sheep also was gone, so that day was pretty trash. I then decided to get the wheat farm moving, so I went underground to farm some mobs, mostly skeletons so I could get bone meal and use it on the farm. Day 35 to day 39, I made another farm. Day 35 to day 39, I made another farm. It was just some carrots. Not cause I thought I would need them, but because why not? There was some lava in the wall which I couldn't remove because it was outside of the border. So that was pretty annoying. I also finally decided to make a diamond chest plate because I realized that I had no way to get sugarcane, which I needed if I wanted to make an enchantment table. Also, the cow didn't drop any leather. I eventually finished the farm on day 40 and went to kill some skeletons so I could get the farm going. Then I went AFK for the rest of day 40 and day 41. Day 42 I went to Mobground to find some XP. That's when this happened. A freaking creeper exploded. I was shocked. I didn't understand why and how, but I luckily had a block on me so I could repair it before any mobs escaped. Unfortunately it was a full block, so I had to find a slab and replace it. I had some extra slabs in the chest and went down to replace it. And then this happened again. Another freaking creeper exploded. I quickly placed a slab and then tried replacing the full block, but some mobs accidentally escaped, including a creeper. I quickly placed the slab before too many mobs fell out and then I killed the mobs. It wasn't too hard cause they were all one hit. The rest of day 42 I spent on farming wheat and carrots. Day 42 to day 61 I spent on digging a big hole. I was planning on going all the way to the mob grinder. It took a lot of time and I'm not sure if it was worth it. For some reason my replay mod didn't work, so enjoy a very tiny montage. On day 62 I took a break from mining and went outside. Then I noticed this. Some flipping pillagers was just roof camping outside my door. I killed them with my bow, but I didn't understand how they could spawn outside the border. That was pretty weird. Then went back to digging for the rest of day 62 and 63. On day 64 I finally reached the mob grind and I didn't even realize it. The grinder was only consuming spiders and no other mob, so I decided to get some slabs and spider-proof the mob grinder. When I finished digging I took some brickstone and covered the water with it, so I didn't have to swim in circles to get up. Day 65 to day 71 I decided to make a chest room. I was not planning on it taking so long, but this room needed so much wood. I was hoping that I could make all three kinds of furnaces, but I quickly found out that to make a blast furnace you'd need so much iron, and I was pretty limited when it came to that. So I just made some normal furnaces and some smokers. Day 72 to day 81 I just did some grinding in the mob grinder, as I had the plan which was to get to level 100 before it all ended. I got to level 87 on day 81 and then this happened. Some cute bees spawned! I had no idea that was possible, and I decided that I definitely should make a bee farm. Not cause I needed honey, but because I just wanted the hobby. Ha, that rhymed. I should be a rapper. So on day 81 to day 88 I made a room for them. Now I just need the bees to make honey so I could get some hives. Day 89 to day 90 I was just grinding some levels. On day 91 I forgot to hit record again. The only thing that really happened was that I got one of the 3 bees in the hive I had made, and while I was waiting for the 2 others to be ready to have some fun again, I was making a fishing farm. So on day 92, when I was going down to make the walls to the bee farm, this happened. Man, I hate witches. I was really struggling to get my stuff again, but I got it. The problem now was that I was at level 7. So annoying. All my progress lost. Anyways, I went to kill the mobs, mainly the witch, but my mission failed and I died to the witch again. When I went to get my stuff again, the spider was luckily distracting the witch, so I got my stuff with ease, killed the witch and the rest of the mobs. And I saved the day. Then I lit up the base to be sure this wasn't gonna happen again. On day 93 to day 96, I was just trying to get to level 69. I knew there was no way for me to get to level 100 if I also wanted to grow the bee farm. So I just decided to do level 69. I got to level 69 on day 96 and now I was just trying to grow the bee farm. And I did that until day 99. On day 99 I went to the nether because I realized that I hadn't been in there for a long time. There wasn't much to do except looking around and... yeah, I shot the pigments. I wasn't planning on dying or anything. I just wanted some gold so I could trade with the piglins. But as stupid as I am, I stood on the nether portal and most of them ran to the overworld, except the small one who nearly killed me. Now I had two options. Go to the overworld and have a 0.5% chance of surviving, or stay in the nether the rest of the time. And I of course chose to stay in the nether. Nah, just kidding, that wouldn't be funny, wouldn't it? I blocked one of the sides of the portal off, I have no idea why. And then I went through. The shield broke faster than I expected. Guess it knew that I wasn't gonna win this fight. But then a freaking creeper dropped down from somewhere and most of the pigments died. So I still had a chance for survival. Never mind. I quickly went down to get my stuff, but the pigments had freaking stolen my armor. I eventually killed them and got all my stuff back, but I wasn't in level 69 anymore. So on day 100 I was just trying to get to level 69 again. I wasn't sure if it was possible, but I tried. This time I wasn't doing anything else than being in the mob grinder. And in the last second I hit level 69. Is what I would have said if I hit 69 in the last second. Yeah, I didn't have enough time for it. And with the sun rising, I spent 100 days in one chunk Minecraft. This was a fun experience. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Follow me on other social media. Bye.